talking about my experience in the music industry and how I got started, which was back in the 1980s. Nightclubs were a different scene back then, a world that today's musicians might not even recognize. We often played 6-7 nights a week on the road, 4 to 6 weeks at a time, back home. And when I say home, I mean we would come back home and play again within the clubs in where I'm from, which is Winnipeg. But back in those days, that's typically what we would do. Our shows lasted would be anywhere from 30 minutes to 45 minutes long, 3 shows a night. Can you imagine that? 3 shows a night, 6 nights a week? Well, before 1990, that's the typical musician lifestyle. The clubs were thick with cigarette smoke that hung in the air like fog. It would seep into your clothes, your hair, your equipment. Unlike today, where clubs have their own in-house sound systems, back in those days, we lugged our sound system around everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I really do mean everywhere. I remember this one time we were so cramped for space that I ended up in the back of a U-Haul truck with other musicians in the band with all our amplifiers and equipment above us. Not very safe. I remember this other time driving back from a gig in Northern Ontario in the middle of a raging snowstorm, and the heat died in the van. There we were, bundled up like Arctic explorers, trying to keep our fingers warm and watching our breath in the air. Man, you don't want to be in that situation. You know what though? Despite the chaos, the cold, and those crazy situations I just talked about, those were some of the best times of my life. We weren't just playing music, we were living it, breathing it, even if it meant occasionally, well, not occasionally, a lot, breathing in some of that secondhand smoke. Today's scene is so much different. It's cleaner, it's more organized, it's probably a lot safer. But man, those days in those smoky clubs, those freezing rides home, it really made me who I am as a musician, and the lived experience that I went through, I can never replace. And the battle scars, well, that's what they are, battle scars from a musical era that's gone, but not forgotten. Thanks for letting me share this piece of my journey with you. If you like this story, hit the like button and subscribe button for more tales of the road and more great music. See you soon.